let me fix the points. It's going to be a hard serve by Nick to start off. My goodness. So Paper's going to get game point 1. Another hard serve, and Kyle can't figure it out. So I think this is something very similar we're going to see to the previous game between Incompetence Rock and Tenders. You know, they had a hard time adjusting to Noah's serve, but hopefully they can adjust pretty quickly. Nick, I know, is a hard server, but if they can figure out how to break down his rhythm, maybe back away a little bit and hope that he doesn't drop, I think this is going to be a good game, hopefully. Kyle to serve. Hits pretty low and hits a back lip. Low serve. Doesn't have that much mustard on it, but easy 1, 2, 3 put away by Josh and Nick. Kyle serves weird. It seems like Kyle's serving like underneath the ball. Kind of like a submarine pitch in baseball. I don't know if the submarine pitch is the actual term for that pitch, but I watched an anime on baseball and that's what they called it, so. Opts for the put on, and Josh hits a back lip. So it's going to be Peacock to serve at 2-3. Shagging balls, I think they only have a few, so we may have to skip a few times. Ooh, I stink. Great. Wow, great jam by Grayson. I appreciated that. That was a good jam. Hard server decided to play it. I think something there. Josh seems to be a little dramatic there, but I think something Nick and Josh are doing right now is kind of just the 1, 2, 3 textbook put away. I would like to see Kyle and Grayson rotate a little bit more. I think they're calling. Yeah, they're calling hinder. I don't know who those hinder on, but I didn't see exactly, and I can't hear them really well. 4-3. (5-3). Okay, 5-3. Cathartic Peacock is up. Touch set. Maybe, yeah. And then I think the rebuttal was a hinder, perhaps. I don't know. There was a little bit of dispute. 4-5, and Nick fires away with his hard serve. I think that's just something. I don't know if he cuts that well, but he's got a hard serve, and that's something they're going to have to adjust to. Grayson's doing pretty well on that, and a nice flick put away. Ooh, that's a good flick. Actually 6-6 now. I think it's Josh to serve. Sixes, and let's see if Josh can put one on. Let's see a rally here. Ah, gets a lip. I don't know if Josh's serve is. It looks really slow. I think he's just trying to put it on. Maybe work on consistency. But he keeps hitting back lip. And I've played Versus before, so I know he can cut. And he was pretty consistent when I played him, so maybe he's just trying to focus on that this game. Seven, 6 Grayson to serve. Hit the jam. Nick barely gets it up. Goes for the low hit, but it barely goes over the net, not onto it. Gonna be Cathartic Peacock's point. side pocket. A hard serve into the rim, and that's going to be Incompetence Paper's point. Nick to serve. Hard into the right, but Kyle gets it. A nice put on. Josh is there for the defensive touch. Nick puts it high, but off net. And that's going to be Cathartic Peacock's point. It's going to be a lip. I still haven't seen much from Kyle's serve. I want to see what all he hits. It's a rim there. It's going to be Paper's point. Josh to serve, and he's hitting that back lip. I'm trying to see what he's doing wrong. I don't know, but that is Cathartic Peacock's point. Grayson to serve. Game is a little laggy, sorry y'all. A nice backhand into the gap of Cathartic Peacock. Great play, Josh. And they're shagging balls. Skip. Sorry, y'all. It's slowing down a little bit. Hold up. Let me give it a second to buffer on my end. All right, Nick to serve. That's going to be a double vault by him. Cathartic Peacock's point. Wow. So this is, I mean, so far I feel like Peacock has been up, I think 1 or 2 points this whole time. And I expected Incompetence Paper to not dominate this game, but be winning it pretty handedly. And they're not, so this is a pretty good game. Alright, Josh, let's see you put one on. He has a very similar stance to me, but the arm swing is kind of different. It goes up, and then, I don't know, he's generating power. That may be why it's so slow. He doesn't seem to be like flicking his arm or his wrist at all. Yeah, look at that. I mean, it froze a little bit on my end, but his arm swing is just like 90 degrees. He's not pulling it back. It's like this versus this. So that's why, I mean, that's not why he's lipping, but that's why the serve doesn't really have that much movement or power on it. Sorry y'all, I'm gonna try to update score, because when I start talking a little bit I forget. Let's see. Man, I cannot hear Nick to save my life. Great defensive play. Knows exactly where to go, and then hits a push down the middle. Oh gosh. Alright, they're shagging balls. Hey, to grow the sport. It's 12-12. Thank you, Fred. Let me pause, let it buffer. Fair enough. Hits the front rim. Man, mine is starting to lag. Come on, video. It's not even online. It's like on my computer. Nice serve. Oh, did he get that on? That's a great touch if he got that on. It looked like he was touching it as it was hitting the net. For the sake of the fact that I've been stopping it too much, I'm not gonna go back. But that's a good shot. It looked like he was touching that though while he hit it. I don't want to take that away from him, but that's what it looked like. Josh gets it, and Grayson was positioned well, but he decided to go left. And Josh pulled it a little bit more. That's going to be 13-13. Josh just served, still hoping he puts one on. And that's going to be Cathartic Peacock's point. Ooh, I need to stop slouching over. I'm going to have back problems. Grayson to serve. Hits a hard one to the middle of Nick. Just does pretty well. Josh has a set that's kind of off net, and Nick hits rim with it. That's going to be Peacock's point. Wait. I think it's 14-13 since it's on the right. Oh. I don't think Nick's done really a single different serve. It's either been a little bit more to the right of their body or just jamming them. And I think that's a takeaway for these players is they seem to be very one-dimensional on their serves. They go to the one that they all have, which is their basic one, but they don't have anything to diversify it. It's either a jam or to the right. They're not even dropping that much. So that's something I would say right away is that they should. I mean, there's a drop. I mean that's what I use, except I don't even have a cut. I just hit to the right pretty hard and then a jam, so the occasional backhand. Dang it, Josh. Quit lipping. Don't lip. No lip here. Alright, it's a good serve. Kyle handles it well. Grayson gets there. It's a nice touch, and Nick goes for the set, but something happened. Something was disputed there. I don't know what it was. Maybe it was a hinder. I was too excited. Great touch. Josh gets the defensive play. Nick goes for the on-2 off net and gets it. Wow, the confidence for that shot. That's impressive. Well done, Nick. I don't necessarily agree with it because I think Josh had time to get there, but I mean, you got the point, so kudos to you. 6-5. I think Grayson has a good stance on his serve receiving. I think he's flat-footed though. So he seems like he's ready to move, but if he gets dropped, it's going to be very hard for him to go forward. I don't know if y'all can see what I'm talking about. You'll see in a sec. No, he's kind of on his feet. Or his toes, rather. A nice push shot from him. Maybe I was wrong. I could see the bottom of his cleats, so if I can see that, he's on his toes. Six is Grayson to serve. I feel like Grayson could be a really good player. He seems pretty motivated and involved. He knows where to hit. He's setting decently. Serving, I guess decently as well. Easy 1-2-3 put away by Paper. It's gonna be 7-6. Interesting game to watch. 7-6 is gonna be dropped, but it's gonna hit back lip. There's the drop. See, here's the drops I was looking for. They're not going on, but at least they're doing it. Hits a jam. Kyle gets a nice put up, and that's an easy 1-2-3 for the Cathartic Peacocks. Almost called them Incompetence. A very nice low hit. Oh, I hate to see it. That was a good adjustment by Nick. I feel like he's getting those offset hits really well, or off net hits really well. Nice jam. Kyle puts it up. Nick's there for the defensive play. Oh, Kyle puts it up. Is Josh gonna get there? Gets the nice set. Nick puts it there. Grayson with the dive. Kyle gets it up. Oh, but Grayson can't make it in time. I think if Kyle had given him a little bit more time on that set, Grayson could have gotten up, and that would have been I think that would have been an easy put away to the middle, because Grayson's good at hitting middle. But great little rally from these two teams. I think that was Paper's point. I think it was 9-7. Dang it! I think Josh, if your stats are getting taken, your serve's gonna be pretty rough this game. Nice low push. Nick is adjusting to those serves. You know, and I feel like ever since I said their serves were one-dimensional, they've proven me wrong. You know, he put in a push there, and it was pretty low, and they're adding drops, so kudos to them. And Nick's a pretty good serve receiver. I mean, they're not going that fast. There's some dispute on whether it was pocket or not. They're not going that fast, but I mean, the fact that he's able to adjust his serve that wasn't even hit all game, it's pretty promising for Nick rushing. Nice low serve. Gets it up. Nick's there for the defensive plate. Oh! Hits a front flip hit to finish out the game in style. And that's going to be 21-18 Incompetence Paper.
21-18 Luke or Brian or Logan.
Or Nick. Thank you, Nick. 21-18. Great game. Let's just jump right into Series 1, Game 2, because we're behind schedule.
Game 2, Series 1.
Thank you, Nick. That's actually really helpful. Thank you. He makes my job easier. I guess all of our jobs easier. You know, you don't even have to take it from me. You heard. He said Series 1, Game 2. Alright. Grayson to serve. They opt to play it. No, they don't. I thought they did. I saw Josh running up, and I thought they played it. No. Nick is very confident on those on-twos. He doesn't even seem like he just cares. He just hits it hard. And yeah, I definitely agree with you, Fred. Because Kyle and Grayson were pretty solid at defense and overall decent players. But yeah, Nick's aces with his hard serves definitely coming into effect, because I mean, Josh isn't, not saying he's like a roast, but Josh isn't contributing much in serves, and that's just a fact. It's gonna be ones Kyle to serve. It's a jam, and that's gonna be a break for Cathartic Peacock. They opt to play it. I think that was a body onto net by Kyle Walsh. Well done. Then we have Straw Hat Luffy just casually in the background, walking through the play. Wow, a great serve to the right side of Nick by Kyle. Where was this last game? My goodness. Wow. That's a nice low serve. I'll take that I'll take that serve. My goodness. Oh my goodness. Did that? Okay. I was about to say hit ram, y'all, but jeez. I feel like he's definitely evolved from last game. I didn't know that either. Where is Kyle Walsh from? Is he San Antonio or A&M? Or both, possibly. Wow. I mean, there's Josh with the response. He heard me. He said, "You know what, Nick? I'm gonna start acing." Honestly, a really entertaining series to watch. Both teams are both fairly well matched. It's gonna be fours. Yeah, that last serve, okay. I agree with you there. What up, Matt? Your game's after this one, but it may be lagging because it's on YouTube only. I didn't get to download it because it was struggling, so hopefully it works. We may have to let it buffer for a little bit, but yay! I think that's the first time someone said Roundnet is fun to watch, so thank you. I appreciate that. Josh goes for the left hand, finally adding some diversity to these serves. And it's going to be a lip. Dang it, Josh. Come on. I think that's going to be 5 up. Yeah. Great jam. Josh adjusts. Tries to put it on easily because of Nick's offset, but it doesn't work. Dang, you're at Utah, Matt? That seems fun. You better be repping us well. Nah, just kidding. You got this. You got this, Matt. We believe in you. All right. Sixes. Let's see. Nick to serve. Steps out and opts for the right. Doesn't get it. Yes, I love it, Matt. That's what I love to see. Or love to hear, because I can't see you. It's going to be Peacock's point. Ball shagging. Cathartic Peacock is always the one to shag balls. I don't know if y'all noticed that. Aww. I don't know if y'all saw, but Matt GJC is following us now. And I have to get back to doing the score and commentating. Alright. My fault, y'all. I've been distracted by all the action in the chat. This is game 2. If you look in the middle bottom of the screen. Oh. Series 1, game 2, Matt. Paper to serve. It's going to be Josh Weinbach. Goes for a couple of fakes. Wide serve to the right. And they're going to call... Grayson says he should have called pocket, but he didn't. So it's going to be Paper's point. Josh Weinbach to the middle. Whew, I love how Kyle held that shot and waited. And the moment Josh took a step, he decided to hit to the right of him. Beautiful.
Hey, I think you're in a good spot. I gotta get this.
And you good, Matt. I was just saying for more so future reference. I don't mean to be like so matter of fact. Like, well, if you look at the middle of the screen. So if it came across that way, I'm sorry. Eight, 9, Cathartic Peacock to serve. Thought about playing it. I don't think Nick knew where he was setting to though. Alright. Let me let it buffer a little bit. Puts it on. Kyle with the gentle put away, and that's going to be 9-9. Josh gets an easy touch, 1-2-3 textbook play, and that's going to put Paper in the lead with 10-9. Nick to serve. Gonna hit wide, and Kyle's not gonna be able to get a good touch on that for Grayson. Putting Paper at 11-9 against Peacock. Tries to go for either a push or a reverse, but Grayson gets the good receive, and Nick somehow, I think, gets it back onto net. Did he get that? No, I didn't. Okay, I was about to say, it happened too fast that I was like, I can't even commentate this. Call the serve, steps out, easy right side, but Josh didn't get a good touch. Nick tries to put it up, goes onto net. Grayson gets the touch away. Nick goes for the dive. Josh goes around him. Nick tries to go for the over-the-top hit onto net. Can't quite get it. What a rally. Ooh. Dang, that's what you love to see. You love to see that. For headphone users, I'm sorry if my yelling is too loud, but I get excited really easily. Josh is saying that Kyle's toss may be close. If they're not playing with lines, then that's a problem. Hey, it's nice and low. Nick gets a good receive. Grayson gets the up. Oh, but Kyle can't get the set. Kyle said like this. He should have just set upwards and just let their pressure be more on Grayson, because I mean, it was already a hard touch to get to. But getting it up versus towards the net, I think I would have taken there. Josh goes for a few fakes. Hits a great serve. That's going to be 13-11 for Paper. I think he had a cut there. And Josh is starting to put on more serves. Hopefully he doesn't stop now, because I literally just said that. And then if he double faults here, then it's... Josh to serve. Gets a nice put on. Kyle gets the receive. A great touch by Josh. Nick going for the set. Oh, but Josh can't get the left on. Overall, that was, for being off net, that was a pretty good set by Nick. I think it really hurt Josh that he had a hit to the left side. Grayson to serve. Goes for a jam. Nick gets the adjustment. Tries to go for the reverse tweener and can't get it. Oh. This is starting to be, I mean, it's been a good game, but this is a good series, like, overall. Josh gets a good touch. Easy put. Nice down the middle, solving the riddle point for Incompetence Paper. Russian goes for the drop. And that's what I like to see. Being able to pull out a serve that's very different from the natural rhythm of the entire game. That's how you get an ace. I mean, he broke what Kyle was expecting, a hard serve to the right, or even just a jam, and he decided to go for the drop. And he was awarded for it, which is good. Offs for Jammer the push. That's going to be Cathartic Peacock's point. We're going to skip this ball shagging and get right back into the action. To answer your question, I believe all of them are college. Maybe all sophomores in college. Maybe Kyle may be leaving his freshman year of college. So wait, that still make him a sophomore. That looked like a lip. Anyways, Nick gets the defensive play and goes for a gentle pull. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that serve looked like a lip. There's some dispute as to whether that was a rim or not, or if his hand was on set at the same time. You know, as much as it pains me to see so many disputes happening, I like it because that shows that these two teams are very competitive and they're trying to win. And that's, I mean, for self-judging calls and such, that is something I want to see from people. I don't want them to be like nonchalantly just playing, not trying to dispute calls and such. They're both trying to win, which is what I'm trying to say, which is awesome. Alright, most are sophomores, except for Kyle. Wow, I thought Kyle was the youngest. That's my fault. 6'5", paper to incompetence. Goes for a few fake looks. And this is going to be sixes now. Oh, get the foot up, but decides not to play it. It's a push. Nick gets a good receive. He's been hitting it down the middle very softly. I think it's because Grayson's been going for the body defense. I mean, it's kind of risky if Grayson just decides to hit up, but it seems to be working for Nick rushing, so. Oh, a great hard serve. Eight six hits rim. Yeah, Josh does got some fans tonight. It goes to the hard serve. I love that. It's so nice to like hear like a hard hit to a spike ball. It has such a nice ring to it. And like every single hit that Nick does, it's pretty much like that. I don't know if y'all can hear the game like I can or if it's just my voice. But if you can hear it, it's a good sound. Hopefully you can hear it too, because it adds some more, I guess, hype, because you get to hear the players, you get to hear the net action, stuff like that. And if you can't, then I'll try to adjust it later. It's probably very quiet. It's going to be 9-7, paper serving to Peacock. Y'all, I have 41 alerts about dropped frames. So if it's really laggy right now, I'm sorry. I tried adjusting it with as minimal settings as I could to stream, which is allowing us to be live, so yeah. That's a front rim, yeah. And they're shagging balls. I told you, look at this. Incompetence paper, never shagging balls. Whoever plays them next, you make sure that they shag every single time that they'll have to get balls. Alright, Cathartic Peacock to serve. Let's see if Grayson can whip it out. Goes for a nice hard serve to the right of Nick. Jeez. Woo! 19 up. Here we go. This is where legends are made. Gets the rim. Don't decide to play it. It's lagging a little bit on my end. Let me pause video to buffer a little bit. It's almost over. Get the jam. Josh gets the left hand on it. Oh, Grayson's there for the touch, but can't get it up. Oh, gosh. You hate to see it. And this could be the win if Josh can, or no, if Nick. Honestly, if you're in Incompetence paper, you want Nick serving here at 2019. It's lagging. Sorry, y'all. I don't know why it's lagging so much. And that's going to be game. A nice hard serve to finish it out. And that's going to be game 2 of Series 1, 21-19. Both games have been, it was 21-18, 21-19 in favor of Incompetence paper, but those are good games. And just to update y'all, we have 2 more games. We got Jared following us. Thank you, Jared. I think we're back, and we're going to test out the stream to see if it's working. It's going to be 5-3. Josh Weinbach to serve after there was a hinder call. And he's going to get an ace. Please let me know how it is. Reset my internet. Worked last time. Hopefully it'll work this time. We'll see. Fingers crossed. Gets some fakes. Goes for the drop. Hits a pocket. And that's going to be a pocket again. Grayson to serve to Josh. Hoping for a hard serve to the right side. He seems to be getting success on those. Even his push shots are getting pretty well done. Hard serve down the middle. Josh gets it up. Goes for the backhand wrap. And I think, I don't know where he hit it, but he did not get it on the net. State goes for the drop. And that's going to be Incompetence paper's point. Better than ever? Let's go. Yeah, it's showing only, oh. Did it just get worse than ever before now? Because it was showing 44% of frames lost, now it's showing 60%, which is the highest of frames lost it's ever shown. Did it just like get worse? Kyle to serve, or Kyle to hit. Sorry, I'm distracted. If it is doing better than before, it's because I selected better encoding when I started the live stream. I'll remember to do that next time. Encoding. Check. Alright, perfect, Fred. So when I go live, I have to check this box to make it better. And hopefully that fixes it. Or it could just be because I reset my internet and the internet's cooperating now. Shagging balls. I think it's 8-6. Nice receive by Josh. Easy 1-2-3 textbook put away. Am I quiet? I can make myself louder. Hello? I can move my speaker closer too. What about now? 7 maybe. We'll see soon. Oh, you know what? I have the wrong. Similar but slightly better. Alright, well, I'm just scooting the mic closer. I think it's 11-6. Hard serve by Nick. Gets the on one from Kyle. And that's going to be a 1-2-3 by Nick and Josh. They're rotating. Beats. I don't know the score. Maybe 14-7, 14-6. I don't know. It's pretty. The disparity's there. It's a hard jam. Grayson gets a good hit on it after Kyle's great set. It's gonna be Peacock's point. No, because they would be rotating now. I think if they said 13-9, Nick serving from the left. No, because then it would be. They had just rotated. 8-13 possibly. Because they're serving right, Nick serving left. We'll try that. Dang, I can't believe they no, 9-13 right now. Goes for the jam. All right, back to the commentating. I think we got things settled down. If it's not lagging anymore. Kyle goes for the step out. Goes for the hard serve to the right, but can't get it. All right. Okay, fair enough. Grayson gets a good receive. Pushed it past Josh. I appreciate that Josh is starting to move because Grayson's best shots are the push down the middle and a left pull shot. A pull shot with his right to the left side. So I think Josh should be rotating more and calling Nick in to go for the push shot down the middle. But they really haven't been doing that much. So I'd love to see that later on. A nice jam. Josh gets the good receive, and that's a 1-2-3 put away by Josh and Nick. Shagging balls, and Josh helps out this time. Okay, game's loading from ball shagging. Nick to serve, 15-10. And I think it's lagging probably because it's lagging on my end. Nick gets a great up. Goes for the tweener. Grayson is not there. Sorry, y'all. That whole point was a bit rough on my end for the game. But it's going to be Incompetence Papers point. Gonna let it buffer. Come on. Nick rushing to serve. Hard serve straight into the rim. Grayson gets a great touch. Kyle gets the good up. And a gentle tap off the net. Nick almost gets there, but that's going to be Cathartic Peacock's point. Dang. Sorry for the lag, y'all. I don't think it's because of stream right now. It's because of the video I'm watching. It's buffering a lot. Let me try taking it out of full screen. I don't know if that will... Nope, it didn't do anything. The video file is really rough right now. Come on. Great serve by Josh to put paper up 18-11. This game paper is just taking off on Peacock. Unless I'm really off on score, but I don't think I am. Again, if you're here for Matt and Brian, we will be starting shortly, hopefully. We have one more game after this. Next time we stream, except for tomorrow. I'll probably make a disclaimer for tomorrow, but next time we stream, next week, we'll probably have games lasting an hour and a half for the schedule to be more precise. But we are finishing up this one. It's going to be Peacock 12 to paper 18. It's a nice drop. Josh is there. Easy setup and a 1-2-3 by Nick and Josh. Shagging balls. Goes for the backhand. Sorry y'all, my commentary is very choppy because the video is choppy. Hopefully the last game will not be this choppy. (13-19) Peacock to serve with Kyle. Tries to go for a jam. Goes for a jam, and Kyle gets a nice point there. Yeah, for the sake of time, y'all, this game is not cooperating. So we're going to skip to the end and see the final score. There's only a minute left. And I know we all like a comeback, but I don't think Peacock wins. And we're going to go to the fourth game, if I can hear what Nick says here for the score, so that we can have it recorded in case y'all are wondering. And I apologize that we could not see it all, but 21-15, Paper versus Cathartic. And we're going to go to game number 4, Series 2, Game 2.
Series 2, Game 2.
Alright. Hopefully this video cooperates better. And it looks like it is. We're going to skip past this. Kyle to serve. Gets a lobster trap. All right, here we go. I think maybe, you know what it was? Because since I was skipping past the ball shagging, the video is probably buffering because it didn't catch up yet. And the reason this is smoother is because I haven't been skipping as much. Just a hypothesis. Anyway, it's going to be Paper up 1-0, getting the energy back up. Hopefully it's running smoothly, and we're going to see our fourth game of the night. Nick to serve. It's a hard serve, and it's going to lip up and be Peacock's point at 1-1 versus Paper. Grayson for a second serve. Hits a rim in kind of the same spot, and that's going to be Paper's point. Josh to serve. He started picking it up towards the ending of last game. And he gets one on. Kyle gets a good touch. Easy 1-2-3 misdirection. Josh, honestly, going for that defensive play and the drop on that end was a good idea. But Kyle had a great hit there, redirecting it to his left side. It's a good jam, but I think they're calling either clip or side pocket. It looked clean. Oh, they're calling inside pocket. Oh, well, they're going to redo it. Kyle to serve. It's a lip. Oh, man, I haven't been drinking water. That's bad. Goes for a drop, and that's going to be Paper's point. You got some thirst-quenching water. Oh. Nick to serve. Goes for a drop and breaks Grayson's ankles and gets a point. I appreciate, Nick doesn't do many drops. And I feel like it's working to his advantage. I mean, I'm not saying you should be doing constant drops. But when he uses them, he's using it whenever he notices that he hasn't been doing it for a while and that the receiver is off net very far. And most of the time, if you look back on these series, Nick's getting a point on those drops because of that. Grayson to serve 3-4. Hard serve down the middle. Josh gets a good touch. Nick with the gentle tap for the set. It's a put away. Nick is a very nonchalant setter. He doesn't give much air at all to the ball. I mean, I guess Josh was like right there, so he didn't really have to, but it's just funny because he kind of just has like very little expression. Doesn't use legs that much. It's funny to watch, is what I'm trying to say. It's going to be 5-3. They're going to not opt to play it. Ooh, I'm going to take this off. Oh. Man, I got this big curl. You know what? I'm putting back my hat. My hair looks weird. A nice serve from Kyle that is a lip. Nice and low. I think Nick's going to try to call side pocket, which I think he had some jurisdiction for it. 5s now. The centering problem. Maybe not. Trying to go for that low serve. Kyle serve goes for another low serve, hits the front rim. Paper's point. Nick to serve hits a... Wow. It's a good serve. That's a jam to Grayson. And I think the difference in these two teams is I think Nick's serving has been more of a threat in getting breaks than all the other players. And that's been crucial. I mean, look at the first two games, 21-18, 21-19. Just getting those aces when he has gotten them has been a huge difference in making up those few points to win. He's 6'7", Grayson to serve. Ups to the backhand. I like it. Trying to change it up a little bit. But hopefully the second serve is on and consistent. Gets it on. Josh gets a good touch on it. Easy put away. Kyle gets the defensive touch, but it's away from the net. That's going to be Paper's point. Josh goes to serve, gets a couple of fakes in there. It's funny how Josh goes for a lot of lefty fakes, but he's only put on I think 2 or 3 lefties, which I guess one of them did ace. I don't think he's aced more than once with his left. So I mean that's enough for someone to be thinking about it, but it's still just funny to me, you know? Like I would appreciate a little bit more left since he's going for those fakes. Like in WySpike, Germ goes for a lot of lefty fakes. And now he actually has a left, but he used to always go for that, and it wasn't really effective because he never used it left. So I feel like the more you use it and the more effective it is, then when you start faking, it's like it puts the receiver on edge, if you will. Great. Josh gets a touch, but he should have left it to Nick, and that's going to be Peacock's point. Right after this game, y'all, we're going to jump right into Brian and Matt versus Luke and Ethan. Again, praying that it works because it is going to be viewed on Google Drive / YouTube-ish. And we're going to hope for the best. Good touch in the backhand. I think it went on. Did that not go on? I don't know the dispute there. Maybe consecutive touches, but I think it went on. And I think it's going to be 8-8 in favor of Peacock. And they're going to call it good. So Kyle had a body on from Nick's backhand. With Kyle to serve. Tries to hit a push, but it's not going to work. Nick to serve with a hard backhand. Grayson gets it with the up from Kyle. And beautiful, beautiful defense by Nick and Josh for the point. Nick going for his second serve. Hard and low to the center of Kyle, and Grayson goes for a diving set. Not even diving, just sliding. And that's rough. He says it hit his wrist. You hate to see it. Backhand hits the nards of Grayson. I don't want to skip past it too much just because I don't want to start lagging uncontrollably again, but hopefully it's okay right now. Nick gets a hard serve, I think clips rim. And there's some dispute here. I'm going to skip past this. And it goes to paper. 12-8, a hard serve. Really nice and low to Kyle. And there's those aces that we're seeing from Nick rushing in these two series. Goes for the drop. If he gets that on, it's going to be very effective. Rushing for the second serve. And that's going to be Peacock's point. And it's starting to lag again. Slow down, come on. Hard serve, but completely misses net by Grayson. He's gonna go for his second serve here. Second serve, I think that was a lip. They decide to play it. Grayson goes for the body, and Nick hits it right past him. Incompetence paper with the point. (14-9), Josh Weinbach with the serve. Hits a nice low push to the left side of Kyle. Where has that been all game? My goodness. Great serve by Josh. (59) goes for a couple of fakes. It's in nice and low, but hits the rim, and that's going to be 16-9. Incompetence paper up. Gets low. Good touch by Kyle. Oh, and Josh gets the dig, but Nick is not able to cut in time. It's going to be 10-16 Peacock to serve. Gives a nice low middle serve. Josh gets a great touch and puts it away past Kyle Wash. Going to be a point for Incompetence paper. Goes for the hard backhand. Grayson opts to play it. Kyle gets into a great set. And a beautiful hit by Grayson right in front of Nick. That's not a sense you hear every day, but it was just so low that I don't think he saw Nick going for it. Wait. It's 11-17. My fault. For those of you just now tuning in, after this game, we're going to be viewing our third match of the night, the main event. Brian and Matt versus Luke and Ethan. And we just saw a good little rally there. Believe it's going to be Paper's point, though. (8-1), Josh with the hard hit. Kyle puts it on though. Nick goes for the on two. Kyle is almost there but can't get it. Nick is killing them with those on two, and he hasn't, I don't think he's missed a single one. That's definitely one of those things that, you know, if he's getting them and they're effective, then by all means keep doing it, but that takes communication between Josh, and if the defense starts catching on to it, then it may not be as effective. Josh decides to go for a left. I think that was a pocket. They should have called that pocket. Unless he has a lefty cut, but I don't think that was legal. Josh to finish out the game. Goes for a few fake. Garrett, thank you for the follow. And ball shagging is occurring at 20-11. Josh goes for his second serve. Gets a few fakes, decides to go for the spin right side, but he does not get it. Now Kyle's got to make a huge comeback here. He has a 8-point deficit, needs 10 needs 10 to win the game. Let's see if he can do it. Goes with the hard serve. Down the middle. Right side. Oh, tries to go for the backhand, but clips the rim. Peacock is still in it. 13-20. Goes for a low serve. And the easy 1-2-3 put away by Incompetence Paper to finish it out at 21-13. So overall, I think this is a good matchup. First series was 21-18. Second, 21-18, 21-19. Paper versus Cathartic. And then the second series, it was 21-15, 21-13. So it definitely, second series, Paper definitely took a lot bigger hold on them. But Fred put it well earlier. If in the first series Cathartic was calling more of those lips and those pockets from Nick, I think they definitely had a chance to win at least one of those games in the first series. Something I would like to see more of is more movement from Kyle. I think Grayson is a player who moves a lot on defense, and if Kyle continues to move, then he's going to help him a lot on it. And then also just the serve diversity. I think that's something that will help Kyle and Grayson a lot. It's very hard because their serves currently aren't that consistent or that strong to begin with, so it's hard to start going to different serves. But I think if they can start incorporating a few of those drops, they can take a lot more breaks. I guess for Incompetence Paper, what I would like to see is just Josh working more on his consistency. I think he had maybe in the 90% for double faults in his first game. And without Nick's breaks on his aces, that's a hard game to watch. So if they're going to survive in the South Division, that's definitely something he has to be working on. He definitely turned it up the second series. So I think Josh has, he has the capability of becoming a great player if he continues to work in that. But I think that's something that they're still lacking in. So with that being said, we're going to try to go into our third match of the night.